Okay, Melissa, how you doing? This is Adrian. I'm following up on our peer review and peer grading that we can use in Blackboard. I basically strong armed my students and asked them to, before I did anything else in class and went on to any other content, I forced them to complete an assignment to be able to peer grade and see how this works. So we'll see how this shakes out. So if you want to follow along, maybe in like Blackboard shell, I'm in Kinesiology 214, and in 214, you have week number one. And when you open up week number one, I'm in the assignments tab or folder, and I'm going to go into lab assignment one. So in the student view, what you see is the due date is actually, I submitted it today, but I had to change the due date. Reason being is you can't do any peer reviews until after the due date. So I had to change the due date to yesterday at 11:59 p.m. Otherwise, I couldn't do any peer reviews. But as a student, I went in, created, this is my assignment, etc., and submitted my grade, or I'm sorry, submitted my assignment. That then allowed me or unlocked the ability to do peer review, which is over here on the side when you do that. So I just did this as my submission, just so you know. So if I go ahead and take this back out, might be an extra step in this process here, lab assignment one. When I did that and I submitted, it gave me the option to have peer reviews. So for example, when it did this, what popped up below the assignment is submission content, this is practice. Thank you for this student number one. I don't know who this person is. Apparently it's a double blind. So peer one, student one, sorry about that. But very much like the way we can toggle back and forth through Blackboard and other areas, it's the same here. You can just go to peer two to your next review, scroll down. This is a practice. This is grade number two was my response. And then I go over here to peer number three. And in peer number three, they wrote, this is a practice submission, thank you, number three. And the reason why I highlight this, and I point this out, and you'll see in a second, if I go ahead and toggle myself out of student preview, and we go into the instructor module, let me save that to make sure we don't lose anything. I'm gonna go back into week one, I'll open week one, and I'll just go right into spotting lab, so it's a little easier just to navigate right to the assignment. What you see is this. You have in submissions and in the assignment itself, excuse me, we can see that Adrian has posted and also completed his peer grading. So if we open that one up, Adrian, the student, had, this is my submission, great. But what you see down below is, if I get on the right part of the screen here to be able to toggle this down, you see that my reviews, thank you for this student number one, thank you for student number three, and this is great student number two. And then it gives the names to the instructor, but it doesn't give it to the student. So you have a double blind basically when this is done. But the instructor can see the exchange back and forth, and perhaps my exchange might have been, or my response maybe will be more robust regarding what was written there. But you can kind of see how it navigates that process behind the scenes and actually what ends up showing up for us as instructors. All right, Melissa, this is great. I like it. I'm thinking I can come up with a way to do maybe a Likert scale or a good, better, best type scale. You know, I complete the actual assignment itself. I can maybe come up with some options to have the students put a quantifiable grade on there, but we'll see. We'll see. But what we know is the mechanics work. It's able to work both on the student side and it's able to work both on the instructor side. All right, Melissa, thank you so much. And as always, you can feel free to send me an email or give me a call. Have a great one. Bye.